Hello YouTube, welcome back to Flight Sim World, and today we're going to be, well, I would say we're taking a look at Community Update 11, but Community Update 11 was actually quite short because I think something went slightly wrong and not all the changes that they actually made were actually published to the Community Update. So Community Update 11 actually has only improved the animations for the props, so let's take a look at the props. Actually, that being said, the animations are different. Okay, so it's done that. So it's a very tiny update. So that's all that's happened in the update. So what I'm going to be doing instead is with Community Update 11, I'm going to this is an aircraft that I think I flew maybe in the very first episode. I can't remember, or the first two episodes that I made of Flight Sim World. I'm just going to be doing a little bit of circuit training at Farnborough. So we're at Farnborough. London's over that way, so that's London over that way. We're just going to be doing left-hand circuits around here, maybe a couple of touch and goes, something like that. So let's see. I should probably switch all of those on, make sure they are switched on. Yep, they're definitely switched on. I can see them flashing. Great. Okay, we're going to lower one stage of flaps, and we're going to put in the ILS for this. So we're looking for, the only reason I'm putting this one in is just so I can have a bit of a track on the I'm hoping we've got somewhere where it tells us how far away we are. Okay, so all I'm going to be doing is going for I think it's 111.55. There we go, that should be an active. No, not 111.5, 111.5. No, 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 stop it. No, there we go. There we go. That's good. That should be, yeah, that should be our Farnborough, I'm hoping. Yep, there we go. There's the glide slope. The glide slope's already alive on that. Let's actually get this correct. Oh, maybe the localizer is not going to be active because I'm sort of on the ground. We'll make sure that the pressure's set correctly. PTI heat's off, so I'm actually going to switch that on before anything happens. Where is that? Right there. And the de-ice is on. Don't really need a defrost. We're not going anywhere. Parking brake is off. That's fine. Emergency gear extensions 156 knots. We'll just remember that. De-icers are here. Let's actually put that to low. No, I want that to off. Can I? There we go. Off. We don't need the de-icer. Right. Okay, we are ready to go. So all we're going to be doing is a little bit of circuit training. I haven't done this in a long time, so we will have to see. We'll have to see what happens here. I'll do it for about 15-20 minutes. Alright, we're going to probably keep this stage of flaps, and hopefully each time I take the circuit I should be able to be better on the landing, better on the takeoff. So we're going to be doing some touch and goes here. Full power. We are wobbling, and what I'm going to do is, whilst I'm doing the circuit, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about what I think maybe Flight Sim World needs to improve upon. Right, I think we should be able to take off at this point in time. There we go. We are up and away. There is a crosswind where we've got a light wind at 300. Yeah, we've got, I think, something like a 4 knot or 5 knot crosswind element at blowing sort of at 300 or thereabouts. So we do need to be aware of that. We're going to climb up to, I'm going to say, let's climb up to 2,000 feet. And I want to see, where is our, to have a bit of a track. Does it tell me how far I am away from? There it is. It's pretty difficult to read. Not really picked up much. I am getting blown around a bit, so I am going to actually kick the rudder that way to help me out. go. Let's see what I can do. We're climbing at 300 foot per minute. This isn't exactly brilliant. I'll bring the gear up. And should I bring the flaps up? I'm just thinking. I don't really need to bring the flaps up at this point. I'm just wondering why the DME is not working there. It's not giving me any distance, which is weird. I'm actually going to tune the other one to the same. Just in case. That and not that. Where is it? That one. There we go. Alright, that way at least we get something off both of them. And we are drifting away this way, but it's okay. Just trying to keep it on this heading of 060, which is the runway heading. Actually, 063 is actually the runway heading, so I'm just going to kick it a little bit more. There we go. And let's see if we can get ourselves a course hold. Oh, no. That wasn't what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. There we go. Course of 064. Oh, 063, sorry. Okay, we're good. We're good to now fly. So, let's start the first circuit. We're going to turn to a heading of 330. Let's do that now. What I don't like about this one is the cockpit just seems to cover a lot of the view. I don't like that, and it's not very bright at the moment, so it's a little bit difficult to see. Start turning out nice and slowly. Easy rollout at somewhere around 330. There we go. And I think I want to hold this height. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's actually bring our flaps in at this point, and we'll trim to. Ooh, we've drifted a little bit. First circuit not going so well, but we are now picking up speed. I'm thinking about something like a 100 knot approach when I do come back in. So let's bring that nose down. Come on, bring the nose down, bring the nose down, bring the nose down at 2,500 is all we want to go. Force that nose down now. There we go. Alright. See if there's a better way for us to pull up how far away we are from the airport or anything. Not that one. That one might help. 4.9 miles. Yeah, that one might help. We are climbing. This aircraft does climb quite rapidly. Let's where's the airport? Where is the airfield? Is that it? That must be it. So now we're going to do a turn. We want to level off right here though. And pull back the power a little bit, and we're going to do a turn. Very, very easy to turn this aircraft as well. Let's turn it to the downwind leg, which is going to be 240. Trimming it. I'm still trying to get a good, decent trim on this. Not the greatest of trims. We are still climbing. I don't want that. I'm not happy about how much we've actually climbed. Okay, I think that should do the trick. And I do need that nose down, and I am going to drop the power a little bit to hold us around this speed, because this is the speed I'm happy with. Yep, I'm quite happy with that speed. So there's Farnborough. We are clearly very high. We're going to actually, I'm gonna see. Maybe I want to try and bring this down to 2,500 feet. I'd rather we're down at 2,500. Although that being said, yeah, we should be 2,400 or above until we're established for the most part. This is a very, very busy area. There's a lot of aircraft around this area because we've got Ockham literally right, sort of, we were flying directly towards Ockham. So there is special areas where you can't go below a certain height. So yeah, let's bring this aircraft down. I think 2,500 feet would be very good. Now looking at this, I know Community Update 11 hasn't done much, but it is running smoother than last time. Than the last episode, this is running smoother. So that is something. And just looking at the trees look a little bit better as well. So I don't know whether that's, you know, a placebo effect or anything. Obviously the clouds don't look any better yet. Right. Let's get ourselves back on the 240. Gotta be careful where I'm getting blown around here. There we go. Oh, a cloud just popped in out of nowhere. Huh. But the buildings aren't doing that weird thing anymore of like becoming like weird white outline silhouettes. So maybe there has been a few little fixes that they haven't told us about. I'm not too sure. I'm not entirely sure. Right. I need to get back on the map. There we go. There's Farnborough right there, that one there. So we've got two bits of airspace here. Now what I'm going to do is, as we pass this first one, I'm going to turn us around onto a downward leg. Let's see if we can make this one. And we're just going to keep descending now at this rate. We should be okay for a descent at this rate. Alright, time to turn downwind. And rudder pedal is very, or the rudder is very sensitive. I say rudder pedal, but it is a little bit sensitive. May need to adjust that. So now we're going to be heading what are we heading? I think 150. Yeah, 150 is our next heading. And we're going to be, then we'll eventually turn very, very soon actually. Alright. I think we'll level off around here. And like so. Okay, not the best of first circuits, I have to say. I'll be doing another one, obviously. So 1,760 is what they want me at as I as I bring the aircraft in onto the localizer. But that's good, because that we should be... You see, we're coming up to the glide slope quite nicely on this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take out... I'm going to actually slow this aircraft down, because I want the approach now. I do want that approach. So we'll go for approach speed. Start lifting that nose. And we are on the glide slope, so I'm actually going to level off there, which is exactly where I want it to be at this point. And as soon as the localizer starts moving, I'm actually going to turn ourselves in. It is drifting though, the aircraft is drifting. There's nothing I can do about that. Let's give ourselves... we can't give ourselves flap just yet. We'll give ourselves gear. Oh, we're already... That was very quick on the localizer. We're now... The glide slope is now above us. But we should be absolutely okay to catch it. But we're not going to be okay for the runway. Alright, we definitely missed that one. Although we might be able to sort ourselves out here. If we release the gear now. One stage of flaps. We're only doing a touch and go. So this first one's ended up more of a dog leg than anything else. Right, give us some power. We want to do about a 90 knot landing. 90 knots. We're just going to get the wheels on the ground, and then we're going up again. And we're going to try and do a better circuit the second time around. Now that I'm used to sort of the capabilities of this aircraft. Alright. Actually, we're doing okay. We're actually doing pretty much okay. Now it's starting to stutter. See, I'm just not sure where this stutter's come from. Alright, I'm all visual now. I'm not watching the glide anymore on the ILS. I'm just doing this visually. Right now, here's the tricky part, is that wind is going to be pushing the nose of the aircraft. And obviously for a small aircraft like this, that little amount of wind is actually going to cause problems. There it goes. Bring it down, very easy, come on. Nice and smooth. There's the touchdown point. We're down. Alright, I'd say we're down. Let's go. Maximum power again. And take off. Up we go. Positive rate, gear up. We'll do one more of those. This time we're going to see if we can stick ourselves a little bit closer. So we're going to actually go for not such a terrible. Yeah, we're going to go for not such a terrible climb there. And this time we're going to see if we can hold it better as well. So I mean, this is something that, yeah, it's something that I think a lot of people don't practice and probably should practice, because it's good practice to have. Flaps up. I think it's definitely good practice to have this. So we're going to climb up to 2,500 this time. let's begin our turn now whilst we're climbing. Because we need to avoid that area. If you look on the MFD, there's an area that we need to avoid. That's a special special zone, restricted airspace. It's not very bright, the screens. The screens need to be a lot brighter. Yeah, it's actually restricted airspace, so we don't want to mess around with that. And we'll straighten ourselves up. There we go. Actually, we're still pretty much on the glide slope. It's kind of interesting. Right, we need to continue the climb. Sure, we're holding 3-3. Yeah, about 3-3-2, 3-3-1, 3-3-2. No autopilot, obviously. We're not using autopilot. We've got tailwind here. There we go. Follow this along just a little bit further. And we'll turn again. Here we go. Keep it nice and smooth. Continuing the climb, but now we're continuing the climb at a much slower rate because we don't need to go that high. We were at 3,500 feet or something at one point. We're not going up to 3,500 feet. Merely going up to about 2,000, maybe 2,500, something like that. 243 is our new course. Ooh, that really rolled out quite significantly. And that rollout was a little bit. We're okay. We're at 240. Just let it sway off to 241, 242. You can see the direction of the wind just here. So that gives you the direction of the wind. It also helps. It would also help if I was looking dead forward, which I'm not. There we go. That probably is accounting for some of the wobbles I'm having. All right. There's Farnborough. This time we've done this a lot better. In fact, I'm very happy with this one. This circuit's a much better circuit. And we'll start trimming ourselves to hold this sort of height because we're at the height that is on the charts. Go. And we're all but level. Just drop the power a little bit. Don't want to go any higher than 2,500 on this. Brilliant. That's actually gone quite well. Straighten ourselves up a bit. Oh, don't want to drop. Don't want to drop. We don't want to do that. All right, and we should be able to. We're going to go for a bit of a longer approach here. I think that would be fairer to do. We are getting pushed around just a little bit. That's fine though. I'm just going to give it a little bit of rudder to turn ourselves back on track and hold ourselves back on track. Go. Just a little bit more. This is all rudder trim. I'm not really turning. I'm not using the control stick too much. Just using the trim to keep ourselves sort of flying on track. glide slope started to come alive, so now we're going to turn. And we're going to see if we can still hold this height right here as we start our approach back into Farnborough. Let's have a look out there. It's going to be almost a continuous turn, but not quite a continuous turn. Okay, we are now on the glide slope, so we need to make sure we hold it like that. There we go. Ooh, don't do that. Don't climb. Don't climb. It's because we've picked up speed, you see. We've picked up a lot of speed now. So we need to bring ourselves... Now we need to start descending. And starting the turn on to final. The glide should come back to us if we start dropping power. Should come back to us very quickly. There it does. We're back on the glide, and we're almost bang on the localizer. This has gone well this time. We are a little bit fast, but we're now going to go for a nice descent. We're going to drop the gear at 100 and we're going to actually idle completely. And we'll drop the gear to give ourselves some drag. Slow ourselves down. It's a good approach, good approach. A little bit fast though. I need to slow down a lot more. So I'm letting that gear slow us down. We're at completely idle here. Little low, that's okay. This is all going to help us slow down. We're doing a full stop landing this time. We'll go for one stage of flaps. Now. There we go. Now we'll bring the power back in. A little bit. Just a little. Nose up a little bit. Because we are low. Come on. Using the trim. We've got to be aware of the kick that we're going to experience, which we're already feeling. Okay, I think we're clear now on the landing, so we should be okay. We just need to get this aircraft down. Nice 90 knots should do the trick. Go. We'll actually go for another stage of flaps here. Whoa! And we might just manage to float this down onto the center line. Whoa. So float. Ooh. And we're down. Slight bounce. And we're down. That's not too bad. Wasn't too bad. Very not used to this aircraft at all, but yeah, that's okay. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Flight Sim World. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. If you have any tips for this particular aircraft, I've only flown this aircraft very little actually. It's a little bit. It's a different type of aircraft for me. And it's a little bit sluggish in my opinion. But that's just me. So if you've got any tips, maybe I'm flying it slightly wrong, maybe I have to fly it slightly differently, do let me know in the comments box below. And also, do check out my Patreon scheme. Link to that is in the description box below. I would massively, massively appreciate your support. It would help me out a huge, huge amount. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll definitely be getting some more practice in this aircraft. because as you can see from that, I certainly need to. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time in Flight Sim World.